Here's the office progress since we changed it around a bit. If you remember before, there was like a desk here, and it was all, I kind of moved the area to the back. Really, you want it separated. Normally this door is closed too, so you walk in and it kind of looks like this. Really, we want all the computers and stuff back there too. It's kind of some thoughts. I'll take a tour on things we want to do in here. So one of the thoughts for this, to make this prettier, is to new blinds, remove this, get rid of all that stuff. Dave has another photo I'll show you, but they do corrugated metal underneath, and then like a barn door there, and the new countertop that's wider so they can put a touchpad for signing leases and whatnot. And then usually one thing he has done is a roll-up door. It's a storage door, because if someone comes in and they want to go look at a unit with the manager and there's someone else waiting in here, you don't want that person to have access to all the computers and the files and everything back there. And this right now we just have closed off, but ideally probably this would be open. Get rid of these doors. We get rid of everything in this room, and kind of they have some neat ideas for stacking boxes and stuff like that. And then this door wouldn't be here either. And in here, the hallway, we would put a wall right here to separate out, so if someone wants to use the restroom, they can use this restroom, which can stay the same, and then they cannot get back to the actual office / residence area. So that means we would need to paint this room, new floors in here, new floors back there, new floors in here, and other than that the floors wouldn't need to change. The plan was to paint. Dave really likes the idea of this back wall. What he's done before in another facility is done like wood, different tinted colored wood, and then they put 2 really big monitors on the wall that kind of showcase the security of the facility. Pam really thinks, since this is the main office, new window and blinds would look nice. At least new blinds. The windows could be cleaned up if needed, especially if we're getting rid of the place. We'll see. Maybe in here. Those blinds aren't nice. The light's not good. That brings us to back here. So what would be nice here? Bye, Pam. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later. Have fun. Putting a wall here that completely separates this area. Not with a door, but just a straight up wall. So this office is closed off. And one reason for that, Pam and Dave think, is so a manager can't be lazy and not in the office and back over there in her break room house area watching TV, but so they actually have to be present in the office and would have to go out that door to get around to the office. And the other thought is here, putting another wall right in here as well, because if someone's living in the residence and there's a manager in the office, you don't want the manager coming through the residence to have to access the power box. So we kind of would need to separate this out, because this is the main panel for this building. I think one other potential thing that this could allow us is to we would have this whole area out here and over here to maybe we really would need to add a shower to make this livable. So we would need a shower, somehow to change this bathroom so there's also a shower. And whether that's coming out here or in here, or I don't know what the best answer to that is. But with a shower, this is the only hot water tank. It would probably need a bigger hot water tank. The water pressure on this hot water tank is pretty pathetic. And that being said, so this would be the bathroom area. This will be walled off. One other option with this too is we don't need as many rooms as we have. Right now the storage facility has tools and stuff in 2 rooms, so maybe cutting a hole in this wall and making this room where we keep tools and stuff would be better than then we can rent out those units. I cleaned one of them out yesterday, so that is now available for rent. The other one is really full of stuff and mostly probably just need dump runs. Here would be the break room. There's no oven, but I think like a bigger toaster oven and a couple hot pads and maybe a table or something here, this could function fine. None of these, flooring and everything in here doesn't really matter. I think this is a good living, kitchen, room, whatever. Then there's still 2 bedrooms, a 3rd bedroom. This could be a living room or a huge bedroom. This is a very big room. This is all stuff we need to get rid of on the dump runs, except these boxes that say, like that. That means they're personal belongings that got left after an auction and they need to be saved for a certain amount of time that I forget Dave told me. Then we would have the main entrance to the residence and a bedroom and a bedroom, which I think would be perfectly adequate and would give a on-site manager a nice place. It'd really clean up this office a bit, which we've already cleaned up quite a bit. Not to go crazy, but also to make it a little nicer. It depends on how soon we would anticipate trying to build another office, but these are just things Pam and Dave have been thinking about, and after spending a few days here, I do think it would be nice additions. So new floors. These rooms, measurements for these rooms for anyone who's watching this for pairs is this room is 19 by 13. This room is 13 by 13. We wouldn't go very far into here. This span for the new wall is 4 feet. This span is 5 feet. This span is another 5 feet. This room is 14 by 13, and that room doesn't matter. We'll leave that the same. Let me see. Yeah, I gotta take the dump runs from that stuff back there in that room. The flooring replacement. Got the walls, the new blinds, some sort of stove maybe in that break room that requires electrical changing. So I don't know, I think maybe a larger toaster oven thing. We're working on the alarm system. Move these cabinets, I think I already said that. Yeah. Let's go out here. One thing Dave really thinks we need to stripe a spot here and mark it for handicap for legality's sake. We could put a couple stripes. Really, it might be nice just to buy one of those walk stripers and stripe out all the RV spaces, especially if we're going to add some more. I had a new crawl space cover made. One thing we got quotes to have the sign. It doesn't light up at night, so getting that changed out. A couple little things like around the property that needs to be cleaned up. Someone must have hit this the other day because that fell over. So basically it needs to be cut around, and we have some extras, but drop 2 feet in the ground and reconcrete it in. We do have the Ballard on site. Bullard, I think, is actually what it's called. We had a landscape guy quoting us to replace the trees that are missing and give us a bid to ongoing irrigation, landscaping, all that. The gate, you can see the chains kind of wobbly. Safety, there's a couple safety things we need to address, and so we got a company that gave us a quote to replace the components and do the safety stuff. One thing is we really need a man gate. So the thought is probably to, where the dirt is here, drop the conduit into the ground and make this a man gate, because people need to be able to get out if that gate is not functioning. And here's the outside potential new office area. You can see out there the mailbox is not a locking mailbox, which we really need to put a locking mailbox on there. That stop sign is not upright, so that needs to be replaced. We're kind of looking at some new, this is all in our gate budget stuff, but some new of these. You don't have to drop the whole thing, but just the new face for it. Go up to the other building up here. That's what needs to be. Circle cut out and dropped in about 2 feet and reconcreted. We asked the landscape guy for a bid to chop all these down level with the fence so people can see the facility from the road a little better. Right now our parking spaces are all full, so one nice thing would be to work on our expansion area up here. Note for myself, those lights don't seem to ever turn off. The LED at least, but I see a little critter on top of that pile. I saw a bunch of poop on all those, but I haven't been able to see what kind of critter it is. This is parking in the middle here. We need to do some angled parking, and the question is, how many can we get? So we really need to lay out a little sketch on how this could work. I mean, it's a big area. I definitely think there's room to add some slanted parking stalls. In our initial budget we were planning for 10. Also think you can get some backed in along that fence, but from the edge of that side of the road to the fence is about 25 feet, so I think that critter's a gopher. He just ran up the hill. Oh, yeah, look right there. What are you? Definitely something living in there. Those are the replacement ones. There's a bunch of them on that hillside. This building is the next area that needs to be addressed. So a lot of this is good metal that can be used for repairs and should be kept. These doors, expensive, nice, need to keep those. A lot of it's just junk that needs to go to the garbage. Political signs, campaign signs. So I think one thing we considered maybe is we need to get rid of the bathroom. We don't want to encourage anyone to live here. So all this stuff just pretty much needs to get taken away. Tons of screws and stuff. Need some of these cones actually. So one thought we had for all this metal potentially was to open this up and put all the metal over here and maybe just put up a dividing thing up to about the door, here over, so we could store the metal in this building but also rent out the rest of the building. The door needs a little bit of adjustment. There's a couple things, but we've already had interest in this building, so it would be nice to get all this stuff, especially everything over there and up there just needs to go to the dump. And then that'll give us a little bit of room to sort through the metal. I guess maybe we keep some of the plywood for our future wall here. Yeah, then parking here, parking in here. I think that's about it for now.